Partnered by Times Influence.
Hello and welcome to this very special show on cryptocurrency. Now, of course, that's been totally in the news, the word cryptocurrency, and you cannot complete a sentence about cryptocurrency without Bitcoin, the good or the bad boy of this new age currency. Let's talk a little bit about that. I have with me a very special guest here, Amit Lakhanpal, the founder and CEO of Money Trade Coin Group. Amit, welcome to the show. Like I said, Bitcoin, it's been in the news always. It's recently reached its high of more than $11,000. Just shed more light on this new concept.
See, yes, of course, when we speak about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is the most valuable word which comes to everyone's mind. And yes, it's reached 11,600 recently, and there's a topmost level which has reached. But let me tell you one thing, it's just around 3.5% of the total Bitcoins which are in circulations trading every day. So, people call it a bubble, but I would like to say people call it a safe investment right now.
Okay.
You can just imagine a stock of a share, like you can say a stock of a share company, only 3.5% in rolling, and the rest is kept aside as a safe investment. So that's the reason this Bitcoin is taking the peak.
Okay, very interesting point on that. Let's move on to what Money Trade Coin Group is doing in this. I know you have a basket of services that are coming up. So would you want to take me first? Let's go to the first one, which is the mtcxindia.in. What is actually MTCX India?
Okay, mtcxindia.in is the wallet services for cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Now, if you talk about cryptocurrencies, there are around 1,000 plus cryptocurrencies, and of that around 25 are the most important cryptocurrencies in the cryptocurrency world. So this is a unique product what we are starting in India. As of now, yes, you have wallet services, but those wallet services only cater with one crypto, that's Bitcoin or say like Ethereum.
Ethereum, right.
So this cryptocurrency wallet will have multiple options, like you can link your bank account to this wallet and you can purchase Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Monero, Ripple. So basically you can say you have option of around 25 cryptocurrencies to be directly purchased from your banking system.
Okay, so this will be accessible by all Indians. And is there anything, what can a layman, our viewer at home do to get onto this wallet service?
Okay, first thing, let me clarify this thing, that MTCX India is going to be only for the Indian clients.
Okay.
Okay, and this wallet service will be catering through INR. Basically, it will be pegged through INR. Then now coming to a layman, like basically a layman. Yes, a layman has to just go into the system, has to put his email address, a password, and then link his Aadhaar number. Now, once he links his Aadhaar number, he'll have to put his PAN number. After his PAN number, he has to put his bank account details. So everything will be cross-verified with the system, that is Aadhaar number, his PAN number, and his account number are matching to the system of government. And once it's through, then he'll be able to transfer the funds from his account to the MTCX India, and he'll have that much credit available to purchase any of the cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
Now, if you talk about any of the cryptocurrencies, we ourselves have our own cryptocurrency, that is Money Trade Coin.
Okay.
He can purchase that, or else he'll have the options of purchasing around 25 cryptocurrencies in future. As of now, we are just starting with Bitcoin and MTCX. Probably in say like around 2 months of time, we'll be having around 9 to 10 cryptocurrencies option, and in 6 months we'll be having 25.
So this will also allow the investor, the Indian investor, whoever's using the wallet, to also sell whatever Bitcoins or MTC or those coins also, those cryptocurrencies as well.
So basically, let me tell you this: the uniqueness, the USP of this wallet would be today. If I want to purchase Ethereum, what I have to do? I have to go to a wallet service, pay the money to the wallet service provider, and then purchase Bitcoin, then go to some exchange, and from exchange I need to exchange my Bitcoin to Ethereum or whatever cryptocurrency I would like to go for.
Right.
So in this case, what happens? First of all, me purchasing Bitcoin and then transferring it, that means I have to pay twice the transaction fees. And now, as we have seen, the market is so volatile.
Yeah.
Okay, now thank God is going plus. But yes, if you talk about volatility, you can say vice versa also, anytime it can happen.
Yeah, in the middle it had gone up and then it dropped quite a bit and then it started again, Bitcoin especially.
So just take it this way. I as a layman gets into the system and purchases Bitcoin worth rupees 10 lakhs, and then when I'm actually trying to transfer this to a third exchange and purchasing Ethereum, and that time, God forbids, the Bitcoin's rate drops for like $2,000. So I'll be the most, you can say, affected loser that time. Because my intention was actually trying to purchase Ethereum, but what I did was I purchased first Bitcoin, and like from Bitcoin to Ethereum, the rate drop of Bitcoin, so that means I am in loss. So this wallet service will actually give the user to decide what cryptocurrency he directly wants to purchase.
So nice.
He can directly pay the amount to the company, and directly he has the option of purchasing money trade coin or other cryptocurrencies.
Let's take it the next step. Now, unfortunately, cryptocurrencies in India, I mean, recently the finance minister also said that the government does not recognize Bitcoins. The RBI has also come up with, I mean, not commented or rather not recognized the cryptocurrency. But how do you ensure that all the legalities are done? I mean, that investor who is registering with your wallet service does all the paperwork, because in the KYC, the anti-money laundering guidelines, how are you ensuring that that is completely done?
Okay. See, if you talk about Money Trade Coin Group as a group, we have one company that is known as Summit Wealth Management, which is registered in Zug, that's Switzerland, and that's a member of RIF. Now, RIF is a self-regulatory body which actually caters with the AML laws of the entire European Union, including UK and the Caribbean islands. So there's a big body which is actually having around, say, like 274 big banks under them, and all those banks are adhering to that law. And we ourselves, being a member of RIF, we are following the same system. Now, if you talk about, let's take it this way. We talk about MTCX India. Now, an Indian guy, he can actually just purchase n number of, like, whatever cryptocurrency he purchases, he can purchase n number of cryptocurrency depending on his IT returns and whatever bank link he is actually trying to put into. He purchases the currency, and then when if he wants to transfer the money from India to, say, like a person who's staying in UK to his wallet, first thing, cryptocurrencies do not have any limits for borders. Cross-border transactions can happen easily. So in that case, what happens, once we have your Aadhaar number, once we have your all details in the system, the government of India, or you can say the most important is the income tax department, they have the right to view all the things. And if you talk about Money Trade Coin Group, we have been very open to the government. We have written the appeal to the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, to make this legalized, and we ourselves have actually offered the government, we will be helping the government to actually monitor each and every transaction. Secondly, we have offered the government that 50% of the income what we generate from this source, the government can take it as a tax. Apart from that, 10% of the additional income, like basically 50% goes to the government as the tax, and 10% can be given for the Prime Minister Relief Fund. So this big offer we have actually given to the Honorable Prime Minister. The CC of those letters have been marked to Dr. Hujit Patel, the finance ministers. Then recently we have also written a letter to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra to actually look into, because the winter session is going to start, we want the government to look into this thing. Let me tell you one thing. There is, if you talk about the turnover of cryptocurrency, though Indian government has not recognized this market as of now, daily turnover is around 200 to 250 crores. Now let's take it on record, off record. So just imagine 0.25% of 200 crores of transaction, and of that 50% goes to the government as tax. As us being a platform trader, good revenue can be generated for the government. Apart from that, we have actually written a letter to Mr. Chandrababu Naidu and his son, Mr. Nara Lokesh, saying that we can actually start up with a startup mining centers in Vizag, which actually they are coming up with as an IT hub, and we can have job opportunities also created for them. And in fact, once we have the clearance from the government, we can actually invite more of the cryptocurrencies company in India to start with the mining services. Indian government can actually earn the revenue, and we can have the employment generation. So it's going to be a win and win situation. And let me tell you one thing very honestly, this is a new era, and developed countries have actually legalized this. So there is no point for India, being right now also in a developing country, to say no to this. It's better government takes a firm decision, legalizes this, and actually draw a line, how much person can actually invest in this, and what if, like, he earns in this, what is going to be the percentage of income tax on that. So we have to.
I want to take a step back, and you were talking about how cryptocurrencies are borderless and everything, but just with Money Trade Coin, what are some of the countries where you are also registered? What are the services that you're providing around the globe?
Let me put it this way. I'm the proud Indian to be global businessman for cryptocurrencies. Still today, first of all, n number of cryptocurrencies are there. As I've told you, 1,000 plus. No one has actually claimed that this cryptocurrency belongs to me. Okay, if you talk about Bitcoin also, the anonymous person, Mr. Satoshi Nakamoto is the owner. They say who's it, we don't know.
Knows. Right,
okay.
right.
Money Trade Coin actually belongs to this Money Trade Coin group, and we have registered ourselves in UK. We have a registration certificate. You can see we have the incorporation certificate with UK and Estonia. Estonia is a from the Europe, basically.
European Union, right.
So we have registered ourselves as the algorithm. Algorithm means a specific cryptocurrency. So if you talk about cryptocurrency, yes, we are the pioneers to register as a cryptocurrency. Apart from that, if you talk about the services, now services for cryptocurrency are basically into n number of sectors. So we have wallet services. So if you talk about wallet services, yes, we have MTCX OSs in Dubai. Apart from that, we have two companies which are registered in India as of now. That is Flintstone Technologies Private Limited and Money Trade Coin Club Private Limited, which are going to be the wallet services for Indian market. Apart from that, we have registered ourselves in Estonia again for the wallet services. So yes, this is wallet service. Apart from that, if you talk about exchange, yes, again, very proud to say we, being an Indian, I'm a proud Indian to actually declare that yes, we are the only trading platform to have a physical address of Estonia. If you talk about the cryptocurrencies exchanges all over the globe, there is no cryptocurrency exchange which has a helpline desk, or you can say they have a registered the address basically. So we are the pioneers to have the cryptocurrency, multi-cryptocurrency exchange to be registered in Estonia and Antigua and Barbuda. Okay. So we have registered ourselves in 2 countries. So yes, if you talk about the presence of the company, UAE, then India, apart from that Estonia, Switzerland and Antigua and Barbuda.
So you have a strong offline as well as online presence, which I think is a great mix nowadays. There's a lot of stuff that's just only online.
Right.
क्या कर रही हो?
घर में रौनक ला रही हूँ। वो स्विच ऑन करो।
Presenting the all-new HD LED lights from Crompton, जिससे घर लगे नया नया। Crompton के साथ let's hang out घर पे। जैसी choice सबकी मिलेगी choice। दुकान मकान या बिल्डिंग ऑफिस सबकी मिलेगी choice। 1 2 3 4 सारे BHK bungalows villas flats हटके। जैसी choice सबकी मिलेगी choice।
Hetic fittings make your furniture work beautifully. German quality you can trust. Remember those Sundays? Those carefree, endless fun days? Swinging out of trees and swimming out of streams. With Baloo as a canoe and hibernation to look forward to.
Not full hibernation, but I nap a lot.
And it was all in a day's work. With Mowgli and the Jungle Book.
I could get used to this.
Disney's The Jungle Book. Tomorrow night at 9. Only on Movies Now.
Your vote, your verdict. A reminder to the netas from the voter. The show where your word counts. The last word on Mirror Now. You first.
Partnered by Hairtech Fittings. Make your furniture work beautifully.
What are your thoughts on education of cryptocurrency? There is a lot of confusion, zero knowledge, 100% confusion about cryptocurrency. Everybody has their own view. People are saying this, rumors are flying here, helter-skelter, everywhere. Just, is there something in your mind about how we can take this to the masses, educate them, so that I mean, the Indians should also benefit from them if you are a Indian group that's flying a flag high here?
Yes, as I said that in cryptocurrency there are different sectors. So I've just told about two sectors. One was the wallet service and one was the cryptocurrency exchange. The third sector is the academy. We have registered our company which is known as Money Trade Coin Academy OU. OU actually stands as a private limited entity in Estonia. We are offering different courses, basics, then we have masters and we have gurus. So 3 courses we have. So gurus will be for the people who actually want to put basically money as a proper professional trading traders, basically professional traders. If we talk about the basics, a person who actually needs to understand what is cryptocurrency, what actually algorithm is, how system works, because see, we have to understand one thing, that cryptocurrencies actually come from a thin air. You don't have any backing to it. You don't have any backing. So for a layman to understand what is the demand and what is the supply era of the market and what cryptocurrency he should actually get into at what time and what time he has to exit from the system. So for them is going to be the basics. So yes, we have 3 different courses and people can pay a nominal fees and take the online courses and they can go through it. But yes, if you talk about the learning of the common Indian people, let me put it this way. See, cryptocurrency is actually a good thing to invest, but with a higher risk. Because see, now I can give an example. It's a very sweet and simple example. $1,200 in say like Jan. And today it's 11,000 something odd. So we have to see that there's going to be high risk also. If actually it's a bubble, so we have to understand that there's going to be a risk.
Do you think it's a bubble so that, but you know, there are always both sides. So one are the people who say yes, it's going to go higher, but there are others who will say it will fall down and disappear. Do you think that's a possibility?
Okay, let's take it this way. This is not a bubble. Okay, why? As I've told you at the start, that 3.5% of bitcoins are actually getting traded every day.
Right.
So we have to understand that around 96% of the bitcoins are being holded by people. Bitcoin is a product which is actually listed in New York Stock Exchange. So how can you say a share? Basically, we have to calculate that way. A share which is listed in New York Stock Exchange is a bubble. That means actually we are challenging New York Stock Exchange. Don't you think that way? And there is Security Commission also. There is Security Commission which actually is looking at the parameters. Every now and then when the rates are increasing, they are seeing the decrease of the overall market cap, the overall circulation. The circulation is decreasing, people are actually holding bitcoins, the percentage of holding is increasing. That's the reason the rates are increasing. Yes, a time comes when a giant, maybe a giant who's holding huge bitcoins, he actually wants to sell it, there can be a rate correction.
Of course.
So see, rate correction and bubble are 2 different things.
When somebody is newly exposed to cryptocurrencies, obviously like you said, Bitcoin, Ethereum, these are the well-known ones. And like you said, there are a huge variety of ones, 25 which are the most bigger ones, and there are thousands which are like not so easily accessible, not so easily known. But how do you advise someone who's investing in this? First you said it's risky, just be aware, think properly before investing. But how do you decide, okay, should I put money in Bitcoin or Ethereum or X currency or Y?
Okay.
Because they'll all be available on your platform soon. You said 25 currencies, cryptocurrencies will be available on your platform. So how would you advise that investor?
Okay. Let me put it this way. For an Indian clients, I would directly say we are not the advising company.
Okay.
Okay. As simple as that. If you want to invest, you can invest at your own risk. The only difference what we and other companies are going to give you is the brokerage charge. If you talk about the brokerage of our company, and the other company, we are competitively less.
Okay.
So only that thing I would like to say for the Indian clients. But yes, if you talk about global, so if you talk about our Switzerland company, Summit Wealth Management, this company is a public limited company of which 100% shares are owned by Money Trade Coin Group. Now, this company itself has the permissions to actually give the knowledge to the people, or you can say basically give them investment advice. So yes, if it's Swiss and Europe, we are there to advise them, but again, it's going to be on their own risk. Everything goes with their own risk.
Okay. I want to take you a little sidestep on this conversation. You know, the unfortunate part or the fortunate part this is, like in the example of Bitcoin, it's anonymous. So earlier, and maybe now also, I don't know, but it became infamous at one point of time where it was assumed that people are using that for illegal activities. Do you think, what's the scenario now, and is there some way to legalize it so that maybe illegal activities are not being done through this?
Let's take this in a very simple way. I'm sorry, but the best and the easiest example what I can give is the Notebandi which happened. Government, see, this is my personal view. Let me first express this thing that this is my personal view. Nothing ifs and buts about the government. Government actually planned something that we will be getting the black money out of the system. But once that whole policy was through, and ultimately the results were around, say, like 2% of the black money was out. So now let's take this in cryptocurrency. Let's assume 20% of cryptocurrencies are being used for wrong methods or wrong things or wrong trades. So for that 20%, you cannot stop 80% of the right and the proper smart investors.
Right.
So you have to, we have basically, see, there's always two sides of the coin. We have to take it that way.
Yeah, both aspects. There are always two angles to anything. And just as we're winding up, I just wanted your thoughts on what do you foresee as the future of cryptocurrencies, both for India and globally?
See, India, let me tell you very honestly, for the investors is going to be a huge scope. Yes, if you talk about global, again, the same answer is going to be from my side. But let's take it in two parameters. For India, yes, the scope of investment, people, what they can actually get into is going to be huge. And the profits also, yes, they can make it good because this is the right time to invest in cryptocurrency as per the experts and as per the Forbes also, you can say.
Right.
But this is again my personal view. Do not get into the wrong coins. Basically, you have n number of MLM coins also which are running in market. So you need to actually understand what is blockchain, what is the actual cryptocurrency which is going on in market, and people have to segregate themselves, and they should have that knowledge to understand what are fake coins or what are real coins. Now, if you talk about Money Trade Coin, we ourselves have the license to run our own exchange. We ourselves have the license of money transfer services in Antigua and Barbuda. And let me tell you one thing. We are the first cryptocurrency to actually have the letter from the government of Antigua and Barbuda to actually use this cryptocurrency for payments to the government. To the government. We have the letter from the government itself. So people have to actually see these kind of cryptocurrencies. Now let's speak about the global. Global also, yes, the scope is there, but over there people have the risk appetite in a much better way. And they actually, the global citizen, when they actually invest in cryptocurrency, they actually get into the system by thinking, okay, this is going to be a plus or a minus. But that doesn't goes with the Indian. Indian people actually just think, okay, it's going to be plus only. Simple.
You have to manage the good with the bad. You have to take the good with the bad. Amit, one important question that I have for you is, when is the MTCX India exchange and this Money Trade Coin, when is it live? When can investors who are watching the show go out and start participating in this?
Okay, so if you talk about MTCX India, the wallet services for Bitcoin and Money Trade Coin will actually start from 11th of December, midnight. Apart from that, if you talk about our global exchange, that will be live from 14th of December, midnight. And then we have wallet services for UAE, that is MTCX OSS, that will be live from 16th of December. So we have three good dates available for the launch. And apart from that, we'll be having our one more exchange, which will be live from Antigua and Barbuda on 24th of December.
Amit, we're just about out of time. Before I let you go, just what's your final thought? What's your last comment to our viewers?
This is highly volatile market. If you're investing, invest wisely, and do not think that way. If XYZ person is saying that I have earned so much, you will also be able to earn. Please do not. Do not go into the rumors, or do not get into the basically the past what cryptocurrencies have given. Yes, this can be vice versa also. So invest at your own risk. Especially for money trade coin, when you are investing, is going to be at your own risk.
Of course. Very true. Very valid. Thank you so much, Amit, for chatting with us. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we've been able to shed more light on cryptocurrencies for you to bust some of the myths and to help you know more about this new age currency. Thank you so much for watching.